Hello folks, welcome to Walkie talkie. I'm going to be talking non-politically in this one. This podcast, or whatever you like to call it, is actually about the city centre, Union Street, Gordon Street, the fire and everything else. Because of recent political events, I've not been able to get around to this, to be honest. But I think it's about time to amend that, right? Restrictions on road usage are still in place, diversions are still in place, there are still big, massive amounts of fencing up, and there is still the use of semi-permanent fencing, right? That area, the site happened, as in the fire happened upon the site, that's probably a better choice of words, right? It's out of bounds. The bricks have all came down, the demolition crew have done their thing. However, there is still structural challenges that profound. It would be wrong and illegal to actually release that bit of ground for public consumption again. There will be more updates in next, I would say, probably couple of weeks, because they are slowly but surely getting that addressed as well. This is stemming from a fire that's actually never been seen size-wise since the war 1939 to 1945. So you really do have to give these structural engineers their time to do their thing to make sure the ground's safe to walk on, because you never know, there could be some kind of deficit under the ground, let alone anywhere else. So it looks absolutely haunting. The only good thing that came from this was nobody was harmed, nobody died, and all the units were empty. The retail units that formed the ground floor reacted quickly to the fire alarm. They listened to the health and safety advice from the police and the fire brigade, and everyone got out with absolutely zero loss of life, zero injury. So that's a good thing. You just have to be very, very patient with these structure people, because they know what they're talking about. They've seen structural deficits before caused by fire, so ultimately they themselves are doing absolutely perfectly. There have been talks, designs of what could cover that bit of land when it's deemed safe. But remember, these are just drafts at this point in time, so take every single one with a pinch of salt. There has been a bit of talk about student residence, right? And I think that's absolutely laughable, because Central Station, probably from like 3 o'clock in the morning right round to 1 a.m. again, it's very noisy, very loud. It's not just the traffic it comes in, like the taxis. It's constant announcements, the next train for platform, whatever, right? Hearing that for about 21 hours a day, and having student accommodation built in place of that land isn't going to do anything well for the students. In fact, that's potentially going to deprive them of sleep. It's possibly going to mess with their thinking. Students, although are portrayed as happy-go-lucky, drink 1 minute, shag the next minute, and cram study the next minute after. That's just pure stereotypes from American movies, right? They're just bad stereotypes. Studying life, especially in the United Kingdom, is a lot of studying, a lot of worrying, a lot of stress eating, a lot of drinking to numb the nerves. And then there's what we call crash studying, which is never a good thing to do, but people do it anyway. Yes, there is shagging, but to a much less described degree than what they say in these Americanised films. So students need as much time peaceably to study, not hear train announcements. Speedy on the pavement, not allowed, not legal. Oh, I hate these fucking dinky deliverers. Anyway, yeah, I just think this idea of having student residents right up against the open door of a railway station severely is a damaging idea, because you wouldn't be able to get peace. And then also all these new student arrivals, right, they would be confronted with these migrant hotel just around the corner, the constant wolf whistling, catcalling, the general sexist behaviour of him, threats of violence, threats of rape. That is no place to put students in, let alone criminals. No, that decision is utterly ridiculous. So I think we should just put that one to bed. And apart from anything, there's a risk of theft, which would be constant, because there's a lot of pickpockets around that Gordon Street entrance, junkies and prostitutes offering sexual services. Yeah, that's a really good idea, said no one ever. Anyway, I finished about the rant about Central Station and students. Anyway, yeah, so I think probably the best thing all round would be actually just to build offices and stuff. Maybe have a part of that building area devoted to call centres and stuff, because at this point in time we don't have enough call centres, and also the more building devoted to call centres, the better. Apart from anything, the call handlers didn't have to not going on the road with it. Hey, I mean, as I say, right, the staff within the call centre would just need to come out of the station, turn right, put the fob against the door, bang straight up the stairs, answering all your inquiries. But I don't really think hotels, student accommodation, or even actual living accommodation would be appropriate for there, because the noise and all the antisocial behaviour comes with these hostels, pickpockets, prostitutes, threats of rape. No. If we wouldn't be put through that crap, no one else should. What did I say about that? Can I keep that rant to a contained area? Never mind, don't worry about it. And as I say, just to kind of quickly wrap up, best thing for that area is offices. No vaping shops, because this Arslan guy is still trying to be tracked down by Police Scotland with regard to inquiries. You know what, Police Scotland, you're not ever going to get him. He's left the country. I mean, if you're wanting to maybe do something, right, contact National Express, the only transport operator between Glasgow and Birmingham Airport, apart from Avanti West Coast. Right, if you ask for the day that he said he was bereft and he's been contacting his lawyer, right, use that as a reference point, right? The date is a reference point, and type in nationalexpress.com. Actually, no, hold on. The point where he said he's bereft and he contacted his lawyer, blah blah blah, what a lot of fish. But anyway, use that date, phone National Express and ask for way bills to Birmingham Airport and compare their list and see if Arslan comes up on that. Because I'm very, very sure, to a point of no doubt, that you'll find his name on a Birmingham Airport service, probably 180 if you're wanting to get specific, not like an or anything. But I mean, think about it, 8-hour bus journey to Birmingham Airport, and then just a quick transfer in, whoosh, away. Yeah, come on. It's almost obvious, right? I mean, that's all I need to say. But anywho, folks, in all honesty, I'm going to kind of wrap up everything. The students' living rant's done, the bus rant is done, pretty much everything's done, so that's me away.